Hey, I'm KevTV. Let's go on to some more coverage on Season 3 of Formula Xbox. And Tier 1 visited Singapore, the Marina Bay street circuit for round 14. And we had a pretty good run recently, and so we're looking to continue that here at Singapore. Track I really do quite dislike, I'm not really a fan of kind of these street circuits that they have in Formula 1 apart from Monaco. So, it's not a track I am especially good at driving at, as well as it seems to carry over from my... If I dislike the track in real life, it seems like I can't drive it in the game. So, yeah, not very good around it. And I do see more potential on the Singapore track. I think it was in 2011 when they thought of changes to make the track a bit faster, but they never implemented those changes. But those changes look very good, especially in the last sector. You don't have that area going under the grandstand, sadly, and PK corner. But you do have it going straight, go into that last chicane, and it looks like it's much faster. It looks like it's more of an overtaking opportunity. Unfortunately, I haven't implemented those changes, and hopefully they rethink that and reconsider those in the future, because I think this track could be a bit better if you just take out some corners. There's ridiculous a number of corners, but as you can see, my qualifying lap a bit scruffy, a bit smooth at times, but overall just slow. As I say, I really struggle with this circuit as I almost break myself into the DHL sign there. But we were guaranteed to be at least 8th on the grid. As you can see, we were last across the line with seconds to spare. I was really pushing my heart just to make it onto this qualifying lap. And as you can see, my teammate Canaries is in 7th, and so we're guaranteed to be at least 8th and be in the midfield for once, not be near the back of the grid like we normally are. And as you can see, quite a few guys didn't elect to qualify. So once again, I was on pole by a ridiculous amount, by 2.4 seconds from Hamilton fan. Brilliant qualifying from him. And then Legion behind. But as you can see, we're set. Teammate is 8th, and we've got like Jurassic Midget, Jay Lang, Jurassic Devil, and Kells, who are elected not to qualify. So I'm looking to get a good start from the midfield for once. And if we can settle into that midfield out of 14 players, so quite a big turnout here, we could just cruise a bit as we are on the prime tyres and try and save that, and then go fast towards the end with our options. But as you can see, I've got a terrible start. My teammates down my inside. I think that's Drastic Midget past us and Cartman, and now we've got Stop Matt going around the outside, and we're making contact with Cartman in turn 3, and now he's past us. Now we've got Laney trying to connect wheels with us, it seems, and I just take this turn normally. I don't know what happened there, but it looks like we just joined wheels slightly. And now Jay Lang's coming through, and Drastic Devil, and it's only Kells who hasn't made his way past me by the time we end Sector 1 and enter Sector 2. So dreadful start for us. But through this left-hander, you can see Jonesy in the Mercedes in the middle of the track. I had to brake. I didn't think he was a ghost. I was unsure if he was a ghost. But yeah, he was making his debut in the league in the Mercedes. A terrible start to his former Xbox League career, unfortunately. We're going towards the ex-Singapore sling. Oh, I do miss the Singapore sling. You can see my teammate running right. I didn't actually go into the back of. I think that was Stop Matt. I just avoided it, but as you can see, by avoiding it, I went into my teammate. It was ghosted. I went into the wall, and here I am in last place. I waited for Jonesy to make his way past, and so yeah, terrible first lap for me. And as you can see, Jonesy had to pit, and my teammate had to pit as well. So on to lap 2, we're 12th. We're battling with Cartman, trying to catch up to him here on our prime tyres. And he's just flying about. He's way faster than me as out of that chicane, and then onto the next lap. He's just zooming ahead of us here on lap 3. But we do have DRS now. We are in DRS range, so hopefully he can just stick on his tail and make some moves maybe. Okay, that was a bit too close to his tail as he gave it a little punch, so we have to ease back a bit. But I think we're both catching up to Kells here at this time as we go into the last sector of lap 3, and we're making our way down his inside. His heel breaks himself, but he's got the run going towards turn 16 and PK corner, and as you can see, all over the back of him. And even in this game, it's very difficult to pass, just like in real life. You're really just depending on the guy in front to make a mistake rather than try and make a nice overtaking move. As you can see, he's flying across the line again. Cartman onto that 4, and as you can see, we're almost caught up to Kells now, and we're just trying to make some moves, trying to see where he's making the mistake as we go into the famous hairpin left-hander, and he's turned right. He's outbraked himself, I think, and so we made our way past, and now we're behind Kells and into 11th spot, but soon that could be 10th as Kells makes a mistake in turn 60 and loses the back end, and now in PK corner we're going down his inside and under the grandstand where it's so easy to lock up and going into that barrier like many an F1 driver do in the race, but we've made it down the inside of Kells, who was very generous to us, you know, by letting us go down his inside there, and so up to 10th place behind Drastic Devil now, but we do have quite a big gap to the cars in front, but Jonesy has destroyed his vehicle, or Singapore destroyed him in his former Xbox debut, and so we are able to pit, and I thought this is how you entered the pit lane, by hitting the wall and then crashing into it. So I'm giving my mechanics a bit more work here, we're having to change the front ring, but you know, we're right at the back anyway, so we're not losing too much at least. We'll probably just lose the position to Carbon at most, as we're in 12th, and I think my teammate unfortunately is last, and yeah, he is. So he still managed to stay ahead of Cartman despite our unorthodox entrance to the pit lane. But on lap 7 it went green, and so now we're on the option tyres, and you know, from this part on, you know, it's going to be very hard to kind of hang on to the option tyres until the end, so we're kind of banking on another safety car coming out here, but just taking advantage of having some grip for once, as I think that's Drastic Midget, and then Kells joined him into that wall, and Kells has unfortunately retired, but we're behind James J. Lang, as he's one of the fastest guys in the league, as we try and make contact with the wall again. And so on lap 8, just going a bit wide, and now we've got Cartman all over our backside as Kells is disconnected, and as you can see he's taking a look down our inside, but we've got the inside line for the left-hander, and it looks like we've managed to hold on just from the attack of Cartman, as we're in 9th out of 12 players, and it looks like Drastic Devil even, sorry, is in the pits as Drastic Midget destroys his vehicle, and we've got another safety car coming out on lap 9, and you know, even though these tyres could maybe have gone to the end of the race, you know, I'm still sticking with my philosophy of, you know, if there's a safety car, I'm taking my 3 pit stops. So we're changing on to options now and giving up track position, and we got Legion pitting, but I think he had to change his front wing, and we got Cartman as well for me in, and so we managed to actually jump Legion because he had his front wing change. As you can see, he's got to wait for us down this pit lane as we're behind Stop Matt in front of us, so up to 8th, but unfortunately on our way just to rejoin to the back of the pack, I think I outbraked myself. I still don't know what happened. It doesn't look like I outbraked myself, it just doesn't look like I braked enough, it seems, in the end. But yeah, stupid mistake, and probably cost me quite a bucket load of points, as you can see, making our pit stop, and then it went green on the next lap, as you can see, and so we're way behind the pack, behind Laney and the likes, but we're on fresh tyres, and even despite braking very hard and wide there, we're on a very good lap as well on this lap, as you're about to see. So in the first sector we're about, as you can see, about 7 seconds behind, but we were purple in the middle sector, and we gained almost 2.5 seconds in that middle sector alone, as unfortunately my teammate seems he's gone shopping around Singapore as well. So you know, we've got great pace on these fresh option tyres as we go to the end of the lap now, and I thought I was going purple, but look at this, God has just fallen the fun with a 42.0, but a 42.3, brilliant lap for us, and we gained a couple of seconds again in that last sector, but on the penultimate lap it took quite a long time to get past the guys in front. I think Hamilton fan was kind of having a train, so they enabled us to catch up to quite a few guys in the end, and as you can see we're trying to make our way through. Oh, we outbrake ourselves, and we did almost hit the DL sign, so we almost got our target, but on the last lap again trying to find just a way past him, I think he had to go on to lean mix on his engine, as we almost hit the back of him, almost webbed him over Covent Island like he did in Valencia, but fortunately we managed to get out of his way just in time, and we almost caught up to Jay Lang in the end, who was really struggling with his tyres. So you know, another lap again, you know, maybe there was another position in the offering, but yeah, it's just difficult to pass, even though I had so much more pace than like Hamilton fan in front. I just couldn't find my way past until the last lap, and it was an okay race. You know, we kind of finished 8th out of 12, but hopefully it does better in the almost last quarter of the of the season. So, I'm watching. So, till then, cheerio.